Discover the fascinating transformation of Princess Leonor of Spain, heir to the throne, from childhood to her current role as future queen. From her personal growth and academic career, to her military training and public image, this captivating tale delves into the modern history of the Spanish monarchy. A lengthy and detailed narrative, rich in anecdotes and analysis, it will keep you on the edge of your seat from beginning to end. The transformation of Princess Leonor of Spain is one of the most closely watched and fascinating royal stories of recent years. Born into the spotlight, she grew up under the gaze of millions, observed, analyzed, sometimes criticized, but above all admired for the way she transformed from the reserved little girl she was into the determined and charismatic young woman she is becoming day by day. Leonor's evolution is not merely physical or aesthetic, it is deeply symbolic, reflecting the transformation of an entire monarchy, a country, and a generation. From her first public steps to her current engagements, from her timid gestures to her haughty bearing, everything about her tells a story of accelerated maturity and a royal destiny in the making. When she was born on October 31, 2005, in Madrid, Leonor de Todos los Santos de Borbón y Ortiz was not yet aware of the weight that rested on her shoulders. The eldest daughter of Felipe, then Prince of Asturias, and Letizia Ortiz, a former journalist who became princess and then queen, she was already destined for an extraordinary destiny. From the moment she was born, Spain was ablaze around her. Newspapers headlined the future queen, commentators analyzed her future role, and public opinion was passionate about this baby who represented the future of the monarchy. Unlike her father Felipe, who grew up in a much more traditional world, Leonor arrived in a different context, that of a modern, democratic country, where the monarchy had to constantly justify itself and prove its usefulness. In her early years, Leonor appeared shy, discreet, smiling, yet reserved. Photographs of her childhood often showed her clinging to her mother's or father's hand, dressed elegantly but simply, protected from the media turmoil by a royal couple keen to protect their daughters. She grew up alongside her younger sister, the Infanta Sofia, with whom she shared an obvious bond. Their duo was long seen as a breath of fresh air in the Spanish monarchy, two natural, cheerful, spontaneous little girls who brought a modern and human image to the institution. But it was as she grew older that Leonor began to reveal her true personality. Careful observers noted that behind her reserved exterior, she possessed an innate confidence, a keen intelligence, and an ability to embody her role without artifice. At the Santa Maria de las Rosales school, she received a demanding education, distinguished by her rigor and seriousness. Her education was always designed to combine normality and exception, to prepare her for her future role as queen. A key step in her transformation was her international education. In 2021, Leonor enrolled at UWC Atlantic College in Wales, a prestigious institution sometimes nicknamed the Hogwarts for hippies, where many future leaders and heirs are trained. This choice was not insignificant. Far from the Spanish gaze, Leonor was able to experience relative freedom, live in a boarding school, share her daily life with young people of all backgrounds, and develop an open-mindedness essential for a future sovereign. These 2 years in the UK marked a turning point. She returned more independent, more assertive, with greater ease in front of the cameras and a maturity that many have noted. Leonor's most dramatic transformation occurred when she began her military training. In 2023, at the age of 18, she joined the Military Academy of Zaragoza, following the tradition of Spanish heirs who must experience military service to better understand the armed forces they would one day lead. This step was decisive. The images of the princess in uniform, marching in step, carrying out maneuvers, or receiving honors, shocked public opinion. Many saw in her a young woman capable of assuming responsibilities with dignity and strength. She thus transformed herself in the eyes of the Spanish, leaving behind the image of a little princess to become a respected and admired figure of command. As the months passed, her attitude changed. Her body language became more assertive, her gaze more determined, her voice more poised. In her first public speeches, Leonor impressed with her clarity, poise, and sense of duty. At 18, she took the oath of office on the Spanish Constitution, a historic moment that symbolically marked her entry into adulthood and her acceptance of her future role as queen. The entire room applauded not only her courage, but also the way in which she already embodied the spirit of a new royal generation. But Leonor's transformation is not limited to her institutional role. It is also personal and subtle. Her relationship with her sister Sophia is a fundamental pillar of her balance. Together, they present an image of sincere complicity, supporting each other in official and more private moments. Their duo symbolizes a more humane monarchy, far removed from the rigidity sometimes criticized in previous generations. The evolution of her fashion style is another sign of her transformation. Initially dressed by her mother, Queen Letizia, known for her refined elegance, Leonor has gradually asserted her personal choices. More sober, more modern, she favors outfits appropriate for her age, combining discretion and distinction. This silent language of fashion accompanies her progression. Each public appearance is carefully considered, every detail counts, but she never falls into excess or provocation. She asserts herself through a natural elegance, far from artifice. The international press has seized on her image, sometimes comparing her to other European heiresses such as Crown Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway, Princess Catharina Amalia of the Netherlands, and Princess Elizabeth of Belgium. These comparisons highlight Leonor's singularity. While each embodies a royal modernity, Leonor stands out for her particularly marked sense of duty and her visible commitment to military tradition, a rare characteristic among contemporary heiresses. Leonor's transformation is also a response to the criticisms leveled at the Spanish monarchy. In a country where the institution is often questioned, where the past scandals of Juan Carlos I have tarnished the image of the crown, the young princess represents a hope for renewal. She embodies the promise of a modernized monarchy, close to the people, embodied by a young, educated, multilingual woman aware of the challenges of her time. Leonor's every appearance is now scrutinized. Her gestures, her smiles, even her silences are interpreted. Yet she maintains a sobriety that contrasts with the media frenzy. Her transformation is not that of a celebrity, but that of a state heir. She did not choose the spotlight, but she embraces it with a determination that commands respect. Today, at just 20 years old, Leonor of Spain is no longer just the daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she is the embodiment of a monarchy reinventing itself. She represents stability in a sometimes fractured country. She is the symbol of a possible future where tradition and modernity converge. Her transformation is still ongoing, but she has already reached milestones that many consider impressive. This story of transformation is that of a child who became a young woman, of an heiress who became a public figure, of a princess who became a symbol of unity. It is the story of a destiny mapped out but reinvented, carried by a personality who captivates with her sincerity and commitment. Princess Leonor of Spain is writing her own chapter in the history of the European monarchy, and everything suggests that this is only the beginning. So, faced with this impressive metamorphosis, one question remains and challenges everyone: how far can the transformation of Leonor of Spain lead the monarchy and the Spanish people in the years to come?